Good day everyone, thank you for coming to the channel. Today I would like to showcase another variation of a Frenzy Barbarian, and that's a Grief and a Beast Barbarian. So I don't know if this is like a valid build or anything. I just kind of like, made it based off the knowledge that I have about Frenzy Barbarian. And I think that's why Diablo 2 is still fun in a way. Like just a couple changes of your itemization, it like affects like everything else. You gotta always put everything once back into perspective, even if you change one item or even one charm. Sometimes like it's like, whoa, is it screwing anything up? Like, because sometimes like you forget about that breakpoint, and it's oh shit, like So, anyways, let me show you my gear, my shebang, my talents, and my logic, I guess. So firstly, this is my Grief. It's made out of Berserker Axe, and the base is just the enhanced damage base, but the damage is 400 max. That's exactly what I was looking for, and it has 38 increased attack speed. I'll go ahead and run the speed calculator to kind of calculate it all, but I know everything's maxed out with this. And then on my offhand, I'm using the Beast, and I remember this was I bought the base and I rolled it, and when I saw that 38 strength and 285 enhanced damage, like because 270 is the max, this was a max enhanced damage base. I'm like, I'm too off of perfect on the strength. I'm keeping this, screw that. And for me personally, the max durability, I don't mind because these are my repairs. So I have all these old runes and then raw rune just in case, So anyways, moving on, here's my armor. It's Enigma out of a wire fleece. It's not perfect, but I don't really care for that. I just roll once and just accept whatever it comes out as. And here's my Arya's face. It's just slightly off on everything. It's enhanced damage slightly off. The jewel itself is slightly off too. It's 49 enhanced damage, which is 1 off, and 8 strength, which is 1 off. So it's kind of funny. But yeah, like it's off my other two, and I'm like, you know what, like I socketed myself. I bought the jewel for like 30 gold as well at the time. So screw it, I'm keeping it. And life on, life stolen, I hope it was better, but I'll take it as it is. G-Face could be an alternative, but the way I see with Frenzy, like I prefer a life leech. And Arya versus G-Face, it's like, it's a very comparable. It's like you can't go wrong either way, to be honest. And then here's my Emmy High Lord. This definitely you gotta have. And then Gore, another definite must. And I have a dual Leech ring with all reds and attack rating and some life. So yeah, you gotta get a dual Leech ring. Or you can get like a soul drainer on your glove, which I don't think you want to do. But yeah, dual Leech ring with attack rating and good stuff, and resist definitely, because my resist is not maxed out, so I'll definitely recommend getting more resist on your dual leech ring. You have like 11 all reds, dual leech, and life attack rating. I mean shit, and now like it's getting expensive. But anyways, my other ring is Raven, just 2 off, and I'm using SOE, just 1 off of perfect on the magic damage reduced. Like yeah. And on this, the main purpose is the life stolen. Damage reduction definitely helps, but life stolen is what I'm looking for. And on the glove, I'm using Steel Rend. This is perfect on the enhanced damage and the strength. And it's off on the defense. But yeah, I have more. And I have like near perfect one. I really like Steel Rend, but I mean, you could use other glove. Of course, laying of the hands is definitely, good option, no doubt. But I had this lying around, I had to use it, so I just decided to go with this. And I'm using Dual Hodo, which is my Barbarian setup, right? 3 all skill, 80 FCR, you pull it around really fast. And for my charms, I'm using attack rating and life charms. Like this one, yeah, my bot rolled it, and when I saw it, I was like pretty happy. 14 max, I believe, is the highest you can get. Attack rating, I think max on this kind of charm is like 70 something, I'm not sure. But anyways, it's a good charm. And then I'm using all these like attack rating, life, and yeah, these kind of offensive charms. So you could go with like a skiller, actually, the Barbarian combat, if you like. And my original my Frenzy Barbarian actually is beacon style. Whereas on this one, I chose to go this way too. And you know, these are cheaper than like max AR and Lifer. So yeah, just whatever you can afford. And I prefer the matching graphics. Same on here too, you know, whatever you can afford. But offensive, I would definitely recommend. And then my Annie and my torch. Oh, you know what? I have a better torch than this. I got one recently. I should switch that later after this. And yeah, let's go with the stats. So with the stats, pretty much at first I put enough just to equip, and then on the life I put enough for, I believe, like, I think it's either 2k or 2500. That's what I, you know, always kind of, not always, but I have said before. So yeah, we'll see what his life is, you know, when I build. And then the rest I put into strength. So, you know, yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit more kind of weaker, but definitely stronger. And on my talents, it's pretty cookie cutter, you know, frenzy. So max out this, max out your, you know, synergy. I would still definitely say get 1 point up to here. You know, it's a really nice investment, and it fits into my playstyle for me too. So. And then I just put one here. I didn't invest in these two. I wanted to save points because I don't have enough. So, and then I'm looting axes. So, and then max your synergy, 111 here, and then as you level, max out your bow. Okay, so sorry, I had a little interruption. But to go on, I guess I was talking about my talents. And yeah, as you level, just try to max your bow. Went over the stats here. And lastly would be my Mercenary. So, but this time the Mercenary setup is slightly different, because now I have the Fanaticism, right? So, you know, I'll be at 4 frames per second. So I don't need like enhanced damage and increase of attack speed jewel here anymore. So I just put a Barbarian, you know, give me more damage. And you know, actually you could put like a shell and maybe like put something else here or switch it out. I mean, you know, it's different ways to play with it. But yeah, I think G-Face, there's nothing else you can really replace for a Mercenary on Act 2. But this is the kind of setup that I chose to go with. So yeah, I think that should have been the whole shebang on that. So let me go ahead and, oh, you know what? No, let me go ahead and do the speed calculator, right? Let's see here, let me open this. So this is 38, that's, I believe, 40. So let's see here. Barbarian. I'm using a Grief. Berserker Axe, right? There we go. You know, I'm gonna have to click on the show eyes table, but for now I'll just go ahead and put like 40. Now another Berserker Axe, and this one's at 42, right? That's, yeah. And level 9 Fanaticism for Frenzy. You know what, let's just go calculate without that, because I want to see my initial speed. And increase attack speed wise, I have what, 20 from the Ami. That's about it. So actually, yeah, at this stage, Frenzy, let's go ahead and put it to like, should be like at least 30. Let me do the show eyes table. So yeah, increase attack speed at 35. You know, but that's at that, you know, frenzy, at that level of 30, which I definitely have. But you know what, I believe my initial attacks would be a little bit slow. Maybe I'm wrong, but let's see. But first, yeah, my frenzy is at, yeah, it's at 31. So, but yeah, like that's with the, you know, all that, I think, speed in effect. But nevertheless, you know, let's go ahead and try it out. Okay, let's buff up. Find my target. Okay, here's some cows. And just, you know, right click on the ground and go. So yeah, as you see, it kills, you know, pretty damn fast. So, And you know, on my other, my original Frenzy Barbarian, you know, I always faced the dilemma. The dilemma was like, because I did two videos, right? The original video was him wielding a phase blade, and then on my second video, it was exactly the same tune, but I swapped the weapon. So it was not a Colossus Blade Grief anymore. I got a, I'm sorry, what am I talking about? So original was him using the phase blade, and then on the second one, I had him use the Colossus Blade Grief, and that's different too because the speed is different. And if I went like that, then I gotta use Faith Merc, Act 1 with Faith. So you know, I don't necessarily like her. You know, I don't have much respect for her. Like, I mean, Act 2 is just so much better, you know? So, oh, but looks like my life is 2.5k. That's why I set it at. Because, yeah, if you're below that, it can get dangerous. And I believe my Mercenary is also Might Merc. So I'm getting Might. So maybe I should get a Holy Freeze. You know, that would give me more CC and whatnot. But for now, I'm happy with the bigger numbers. You know, everyone likes to see bigger sheet numbers. And, you know, when it comes to Grief, right, you know, you don't see that on the sheet, because when you look at it, right, the Berserk damage with the one-handed Grief is only 2.7k. Doesn't look that high at all, but you know, the plus 400 damage is just not calculated. So again, you know, I said this in other videos too, but hopefully Resurrected would address this with the tooltip. I haven't really looked into it lately, so I haven't been updated, so I don't know. But you know, with this build and the selections and whatnot, another good thing is, you know, with the Enigma, I have the versatility to control my Mercenary. And with my Mercenary being, you know, the Might Merc with the Reaper's Toll, I get my, you know, prot from there, Decrefy, and that's a huge boost to my damage there, right? It boosts my Mercenary damage when he hits again, and then every time I hit. And also it kind of indirectly CCs your target too, because it slows them. So it's kind of like Holy Freeze effect right here. So, you know, it's kind of a little bit of that kind of interesting situation. Now, another thing I thought of, maybe I can put on a Barbarian Mercenary. And so Act 5 Merc, which I never tried. And maybe I should, I always thought about it, but it's just, you know, the benefit of the Act 2 Mercenary is just too great to, you know, to be like just outdone by anything. Now, from what I understand, the Act 5 Barbarian Mercenary, like he has like 5% crit damage. I don't know, like he has some benefit or something. But that's just his own personal stats only. Whereas Act 2, as everyone knows, it's a group aura. It buffs me and the Mercenary. You know, so I just don't see any other Act Mercenary that's more useful than that. Now Act 2, yeah, Barbarian Mercenary. Okay, well, he could use Arya's Face. That's one thing unique, right? Because he's a Barbarian. So, you know, he can use Arya's Face. And maybe I can give him this Arya's Face. Maybe, I don't know. But, well, you know, I have a Lawbringer, which is a ladder-only rune word. Ooh, wow, look at that. I'm just sitting there, kind of like, you know. My life went a little low, so I kind of ran out, but still, yeah. Overall, you know, compared to my original Frenzy Barbarian, I think, you know, again, as I was saying, like, for me, like, I was at a crossroad. Like, I like the graphics of Grief, Colossus Blade, and Death, Colossus Sword. It's pretty much identical graphic, right? You know, and it looks nice. But when I'm wielding that Phase Blade on my main hand, and a Colossus Sword on the off, just the look is off. But when I'm using Colossus, and when I'm using that Phase Blade, then I can use an Act 2 Mercenary. But if not, if I'm using a Colossus Blade, then I must use Act 1. So, you know, I was kind of stuck in that dilemma. I was like, oh man, this sucks. Like, I want to take advantage of the both. I want Act... Ooh, wow, nice. Orc Rune. I'm going to repair one thing right now, just because it dropped. Which means I got to identify these two. Yeah, trash. Okay, now Orc Rune... I'll repair this one. Nice. So, you know, I was kind of stuck in that situation. I didn't like it. And that's why, you know, I was like, well, what's another way to get the, you know, Fanaticism aura from a Mercenary? Like, where can I pull? Where else can I pull besides, you know, Act 1 Mercenary? And yeah, just naturally came to this conclusion of the beast. And I believe like PvPers, like they do this some setup like this. I don't PvP, so if you guys know, let me know. But other people do set up like this from what I understand, I think. But I don't know, I just kind of like arbitrarily thought of this by myself. I was like, yeah, you know what, I need Fanaticism, where could I get it and still not nerf myself too much? And answer was beast. So this is, you know, what I'm running, that's what I tested and I liked it. And you know what, hey, there's no right or wrong answer, right? I mean, there's no wrong answer. I like that. There's no wrong build. Like, they're only right builds. And it kills well, and I'm enjoying it. So, but anyways, that was a cow. You know, pretty nice and smooth, I think. And let me go on with the, ooh, yeah. When I see a pack like that, it's just, I don't know, just instinct. It's like, you know, my blood says kill. Yeah, physical to immune. So the, you know, the Decryfy proc, but even then, oh, what's Warsaw? I don't know what that is, but I think it's trash. But yeah, it proc, but then, you know, obviously it didn't remove the immunity, because amp removes by 100%, and this one removes by 50% because it has that slow effect. So, you know, there's a slight difference. So amp, from what I understand, it will always guarantee to remove everything and everything when it comes to physical immunity, but not Decryfy. So that's why, like I said, you know, that Berserk effect, that 1 point in there, oh yeah, it's worth it. Well, to get there, you gotta put 3 points as a Frenzy Barbarian, because, you know, you don't put anything to Whirlwind. But nevertheless, you know, 3 points, yeah, you know, I'm all for that. But something, you know, that's something you can change, I think. But as you can see, you know, even if you're wielding an Act 2 Mercenary with Decryfy, you will still run into immune to physicals that you can't handle. So having an own personal way to deal with the immunes, physical immune, is, you know, definitely a good answer. And like, even in like, you know, the throne, like when you're making your way down, yeah, there's that one flying thing that's immune to physical. So when I'm dealing with those, it kind of becomes a little funny, you know. It's like, okay, like, should I just let my mercenary proc, or should I one-on-one? And obviously, like, both of them kind of happen, but it definitely changes the gameplay. Because I mean, you know, if you didn't have it, then you can only rely on a mercenary. And you know, one thing I was kind of always curious of, I don't know if you guys know, like, so okay, so it's immune to physical, you know, and Reaper's Toll removed it. Now it's not immune to physical. Now then, is it still leechable? Life leech and mana leech? From what I have noticed, no. But I'm not sure. I never done a test. I'm not that hardcore. I'm sorry. I'm just a common nobody. Just sometimes make a YouTube video like this. But yeah, so just my curiosity sometimes. If you guys know, please let me know. You know, there's still a lot of things I don't know about this game. So love to learn. There's more to learn, and I'm sure there is. I don't know everything about the game. But I miss the time when people use the power level in Ubers. So once you get G-rushed, like these days, people just run Chaos until you're 60, and then kill your Baal. No, not Baal, the Ancients, right? Yeah, the 3 brothers, the Ancients. And then you go ahead and, you know, do the Baal run. But back in those days, like, I remember at one point, Ubers was a way to level, where like you pay people for it too. And what they do is they set up an Uber game. So you had to have like the organs, right? The 3 pieces. And then as leechers, you kind of stay towards, so you zone in. As soon as you zone in, you run right. You hug right, you run right, and then you go to like the edge, kind of. And like they tell you, like usually, like 3 of them, from what I remember, like they would be the ones inside the game coordinating it. And one guy would be looking over the leechers, and other 2 would be doing the killings with the hammer then usually. And you know how, like, you know, in Ubers, like those bosses, 3 bosses, you know, they keep summoning minions. So that's what you do. You just sit in the game and they just summon the minions and they just kill it. And you just stay in the edge of the room and you just leech. Like, literally, this was the fastest leveling I have ever done. So many times in my previous tunes I got, you know, banned. But yeah, like, it took like, ooh, coronet, it might be something. like to get to 3 offensive, because I have so many like Tesla, Aradin, like offensive stuff. I am interested, but 21 energy, that's kind of trash. Usually, I could get 2 sockets if I do it, but I'm not gonna do that here. So yeah, like to get to like 80, 85, literally took like an hour, hour and a half. It was like the fastest form of leveling I have ever seen. So yeah, let me go ahead and repair my main. So that's one thing though, like these repairs, you know, it is the kind of the inconvenience, but it is something you have to put up with, I guess. Now, I guess you cannot make out of phase blade. Yeah, so when you look at the rune wars, you know, like all the rune wars have a limitation on what weapon base it could be made on. So yeah, the reason why it's like this is because, you know, the beast can only be made out of certain weapon types. It's like the paladin version, the Cardius or something, that one, and then this one and a few others. So that's why, like, you know, in a way, like, you can never make it out of phase blade, I think. I would have to check that later. If you guys know, let me know. Okay, it's an easy search. Just go to Google, just type in the rune word, and then, you know, go to a couple websites and you get your answer. Usually, like the Diablo 2 fandom, yeah, that one has like all, oh wow, looks like right here. Yeah, usually that one has all that pretty quickly. Oh, 2, it was 2, huh? Okay. Now let me leech a little more. Okay, let me go. So as you see, you know, it's not bad at all. I think it kills really nice, really fast. It's enjoyable. Oh yeah, it's these guys. See, they're immune to physical. So if Reaper's Toll made them immune, like no longer immune to physical, can you leech them? Okay, let's see. Can he? Is he leeching? Okay, here, let me try. Oh, I think I leeched. Yeah, so I guess it works, huh? Yeah, those are the ones I was talking about earlier in the throne, you know? Like they're immune to physical. You can't, yeah, let's try, okay, you know, let's try again. Okay, do it. Okay, here, proc it there. Okay, now I'm gonna go to, oh yeah, it is leeching. So yeah. Of course, when they're immune to physical, you kill them with Berserk, you don't leech. But if their immunity is off and you do regular attack with Frenzy, then you leech. And that's exactly what I just showed you guys. So yeah, well, question answered. If immune mobs lose immunity through whatever, they can't be leeched. Okay, something good to learn. So right now, should I put Juggapod? Oh my god, I'm out of mana. So that's like one, I guess, small inconvenience. Even if I were to say it's an inconvenience of not having 2 points invested into speed. So since I don't have that natural speed, like I'm only fast when I'm frenzied. And when I don't have mana, like then, you know, I can't do anything about my mobility. Which doesn't happen too often, but look at my mana pool, it's only 344. And you know, teleporting does eat quite a bit of mana. So, and you know, from what I just noticed too, looking at my swing speed animation, like, so yeah, the initial 1-2 swings were slower, I think, than normal. But then, of course, once I caught on the speed of the frenzy, oh wow, that's it, lucky. So yeah, once I caught on the speed of the frenzy, then I saw it like no more 5 frames per second. But the first 2 seem like not. Yeah, you know what? Let's test that right now too. Okay, frenzy is only 6 seconds. It should be off soon. So I'm shift attacking. Wait, is this? Okay, here. I don't know. Can you guys tell? Okay, I'm slow now. I'm wholly frozen. Well, if you guys know, let me know. I'm just gonna go on. Well, Hell Rune. Hells, yeah, I'll take it. It just comes in handy, you know. Sometimes I'm looking for it, actually. So I have one extra. Put it on my mule. Yeah, I just saw that too. 1, 2 was a little slow. Oh, still up. Yeah, the first 2 look slow. So I'm gonna just, you know, stay believing that in this current spec, yeah, if I don't have the frenzy talent speed kicked in, like, I'll be at a slower pace. Okay. Oh, Mercenary, where you go? Yeah. No problem, I just teleport and bring you with me. Yeah, he's, you know, proc from the Reaper store. He's a big help. And I can see it too, right? Okay. Not bad, you know, standing firm. And Mercenary helping out. Yeah, ooh. Stone Skin, yeah, I hate that one. Takes forever to kill. But nevertheless, you know, I think it was nice and smooth. On a, I guess maybe PvP style Frenzy Barbarian? I don't know. Like I said, I don't PvP. I have seen something like this before, but in the end, like, I was just kind of worried about, you know, getting Fanaticism somewhere else and ended up with this. Ooh, okay. He dropped a Grand Charm. Ooh, this is a Bale Charm. Nice, but... Oh? Oh, wow. Yeah, the attack... If only it had like 10 max damage right here. Oh, this would have been a really nice charm. It's a Bale Charm, but it's okay. My bot's already running. And, you know, my body is set to roll on the Bale Charms. So, go ahead and just refill here. So yeah, that was the run. That was the kill. Ooh, maybe, yeah, I should have shown you guys this dream too. But yeah, overall, you know, everything's pretty fast and pretty high. You know, the percentage, as you see. So I think on the Bale, I think I'll be at like low 80s, which is definitely decent on Bale. So again, this is just, you know, another variation from the kind of the cookie cutter Frenzy. So yeah, please give it a try. And if you ever find like a different combination of Frenzy, like this one guy wrote about the Rune Word, what was it? Rune Word Fury for the Assassin's Claw. Like, it has +5 Fury on it and Frenzy on it. Just kind of like, is there any way you can take advantage of that, you know? I always wonder. Anyways, that's all from me. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, please let me know. Have a good one.